Are you guys able to see if the recording is started?
Yeah,
All right, wonderful.
started.
Okay, so let me just quickly go ahead and share my screen again. And oh, sorry, I forgot to do one thing again. Okay, include audio. And all right, so we'll just quickly take a look at this particular video to really understand what we are talking about, what type of product we are actually talking about, and that will certainly set a tone for us to really go ahead and have that further discussion. So let's spend 1 or 2 minutes on it, and then we'll get back again. Yeah.
Digital technologies are transforming the world around us, impacting every industry and businesses of all sizes. Business no longer happens in one place, and customer expectations and engagement are changing. There has never been a better time to embrace technologies that change the way organizations manage their operations, connect with customers, and drive their business's growth.
Microsoft Dynamics 365 is a set of business applications that are fundamentally changing how organizations work. And we're very excited to introduce our newest addition to the portfolio, Dynamics 365 Business Central. It is designed specifically for organizations to bring in and integrate business processes faster, make decisions quicker, and connect with their customers real time.
Business Central is a complete service across the spectrum of business processes, from marketing, sales, service, operations, and finance. It's easy to approach and adopt, and yet it's full-featured and very deep and rich.
For our customers, they need to trust in a solution that their business depends on. Dynamics 365 Business Central is the next generation of Dynamics NAV for the age of digital transformation. With over 20 years of experience and hundreds of thousands of customers served worldwide and millions of users, this is a perfect platform.
Business Central is helping us getting more insights into all the processes in the company. It means being more efficient in the sales processes, being more efficient in the production, and always have an insight in our goods.
It works in my inbox, it integrates Office 365. I can immediately send a sales order on my phone when I'm out and about. And then if the customer comes back later, I can amend it and then raise a full sales order. And that's all automatically stuck into our financial systems. As a small business, it's just vital to be able to increase productivity and actually respond to queries on the go and know that you've got it all there.
We are in the middle of a fundamental refresh cycle for business applications, powered by the cloud, powered by data, powered by intelligence. You think about Office 365, Dynamics 365, the Power Platform, Azure. We've unified all of those assets through Dynamics 365 Business Central. It really is unique to Microsoft, and our partners are armed with, we believe, an unmatchable collection of technologies to go help their customers digitally transform. And Business Central is the foundation atop which these businesses can blossom.
Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central is a modern solution for modern businesses to meet their evolving needs today and in the future.
All right. So, what's your first-hand feedback or first-hand thoughts around it?
So it's making process easier. That's what the first thing. Customer gonna love it. And it's more like automated processes. They don't need to do manual stuff once they feed it once.
Okay. Have you that is that catched your eye? Because usually whenever I actually share this particular video, there's one term wherein they said, like, Dynamics 365 is fundamentally changing the way business applications operate. And do you know, like, what is that fundamental change that we are bringing? Like, can you assume, like, by watching this particular video, can you assume, like, what is that fundamental change that we are bringing in here? Any? I know you do not need to be very.
Can you please come again?
I was saying, do you want me to comment on this?
No, just wondering, can you please come again? I missed your question.
Okay, yeah. So I was saying, like, there was one thing which in that video, the guy was saying that Dynamics 365 has fundamentally changed the way business applications used to operate. And can you assume, by watching that particular video, can you assume, like, what would be that fundamental change that they have done? Is there any thought you have around it?
I think because as I said earlier, people used to work on different applications and they were not able to integrate it. So this can be integrated like different application, different software. That's what my thought.
Okay. Anyone else? Marshall, Simra?
No, I don't have anything to add right now.
Okay, Simra, you have something?
No idea. Sorry.
Okay, wonderful. Never mind. So that's a very good point, and that's a very valid point put in by Gary. So he has a very broader understanding, saying that earlier the solutions were not integrated, and that's something that fundamentally Dynamics has changed, and they have actually brought in everything together under one umbrella, and like the data flow is streamlined, like starting from sales up till your finance, everything is interconnected and the data flow is happening very streamliningly. Another piece of which I would like to really highlight, when you say integrate is integration means usually it's like having an integration with your sales and marketing application, having integration between your sales and finance application, having integration between your production and inventory applications and stuff like that. How about if we expand someone's expectations by saying that, hey, we have an embedded Office 365 integration. So with Office 365, what do you get? You get Excel, you get SharePoint, you get a lot of different stuff with Office 365, and you get Outlook. What if I say, me being a salesperson, and if someone reaches out to me and says that, I want to have a sales quotation, would you be able to send me a sales quotation on my email? And without even leaving my Outlook, I can generate that sales quotation. Doesn't it sound exciting to you? Because earlier what used to happen, but as soon as you receive an email, you have to go to your ERP solution, you have to log in there, then you have to find that particular customer, then you will go to their customer details, and then you will see if you can create a quotation for them. You will generate a quotation there, you will download that quotation, you will upload it back on your Outlook, and then you will send it back to your customer. So that was kind of a two-tier process that you were doing. And what we have done right now is like having that seamless integration between applications which are fundamentally been driven by Microsoft itself, right? So all of those applications, if you see the key parameters of what we are actually selling to our customers, we are saying that you can utilize Office 365, you can utilize Dynamics 365 together, then you can utilize Azure's key parameters again in Dynamics as well. So I'll come to that as well. So that is one of the point that is going to be a very good selling point for you guys. So why I know I am spending quite a lot of time on the very first slide. We have a lot of slides to go ahead, and I'll skip those ones over the course of time when we go, because I'll go take a fast forward, because why I'm spending time right now is the reason that you fundamentally should understand. Whenever I just toggle between the slides, you should be able to understand what I'm talking about. Okay, then there is another thing. Would you agree if I say earlier the ERP solution was more of the data entry kind of a software? Would you agree that?
Sorry, which one? ERP? Yeah, I think.
Yeah, ERP or a CRM. So even if you say you are,
that used to be, yeah,
it's more of the data entry software. But what if I say with Dynamics, the data entry kind of a stuff has been reduced drastically? So what we have done, we are taking those data with the means of IoTs. Since you have highlighted IoT, Gary, I would like to bring that into an account. So we are taking that data from IoTs. So imagine a case, there is a machine, and where we have predefined that if that machine goes beyond 100 degrees Celsius temperature, automatically a work order, or it should shut down, or automatically it should send an alert to my field service guy or a technician, and it should send an alert, and it should create a work order for him. And as soon as the work order is created, it should automatically be notified that, hey, you need to go and fix that particular machine for you. So you are not putting, so earlier what was happening? So there would be a guy who would go and see, oh, there is a temperature hike, and temperature hike is happening. He'll come back to his machine, and then he'll call that particular guy, said, hey, you know what, that machine is having this issue, please go ahead and fix that. What we have done that automation here. So we have done that automation. So the sensor is automatically sending
Reports
that particular reports or the details to my Dynamics 365, and from my Dynamics 365 automatically all the people who are relevant to fix that particular machines are informed, and they are going, and then they are on the top of it, they are actually fixing that particular machine for us. And there is an addition to it. Have you guys heard about HoloLens? While we are talking about this example, I love to give this example. Have you heard about HoloLens?
What is that?
Okay, so HoloLens is a kind of a a specs kind of a stuff that Microsoft has came up with. And so what you can do is like HoloLens is integrated with your Dynamics 365. It is integrated with your Teams. Yeah, HoloLens. See, I'll just show you if you would love to see it. What is HoloLens? With Dynamics 365 Remote Assist. Okay, let's quickly see if we have something, a quick 2 minutes video for this one. Okay, so this is this is what it does. Just give me a second. I'll just play this.
I think it's only your screen. One screen is shared.
Yep. Just yes. Just allow me a second.
Employees are the heart of every business. What if there was a way for employees to work together from anywhere when everything is on the line? Employees are the heart of every business. It's their resourcefulness, ingenuity, and drive that get the job done. But even the best employees need help from people who aren't there with them. Now employees on site can work side by side with experts in remote locations. In an instant, they can share what they see, lend a helping hand, walk through the process step by step, helping solve problems in real time. This is a new vision for work. Now employees can work smarter and bring in the people they need with just a tap. They can troubleshoot, repair, and perform with confidence and speed. They can move freely, pull critical information into view, and stay focused on the task. Their hands free to do the work. This is collaborative problem solving at full speed. Your people, united across time and distance, more connected, more informed, and more efficient. Now employees can work together from anywhere. They can go there without being there. This isn't the future. This is here and now.
HoloLens.
All right. So, how does it sound?
This is a pretty good technology, though.
Yeah. All right. So, Gary, like Marshall and Simra, you have any thoughts?
So basically, do you want to speak, Simra or Marshall?
No, I understood.
Okay. Okay. All right. Never mind. So that's something that we are talking about today. Okay. So we are talking about a software which not only helps you in maintaining your data, but we are also talking about something which is very advanced in its nature, which helps you in maintaining your work very efficiently. You can collaborate with your people and stuff like that. So let's quickly move to the next slide. I guess we have pretty much discussed about what CRM and ERP in detail. It's unified and intelligent business solution.
Mm-hmm.
I have given quite a lot of different examples to it beforehand. So I just quickly jump to the next one. So let's just talk about what was the evolution of Dynamics 365, how it came into an existence, and where we are now. So earlier, Dynamics 365 was having various different products, mainly named as Dynamics CRM, which was typically covering your field service, project service automation, and project per archiver. So Perature was moreover of the project service automation kind of stuff that they were offering to them. Perature was more of customer service kind of stuff that they were offering. But now they have rebranded everything into a new set of applications. So now we are calling it as a separate applications as Dynamics 365 for sales, customer service, field service, project service automation. Then we used to have AX. AX was mainly a tier one ERP solution, majorly having a competition with SAP ECC 6.0, if you guys have heard about it. So SAP's tier one product was very much competition with AX. So AX was majorly a solution which helps. It was again an end-to-end ERP solution for the people. And now we have rebranded it to Dynamics 365 for operations. Then we used to have a Project Madeira, which was majorly more on a finance side of things. So majorly someone wants to manage the finance. They used to use this particular product. And now we have rebranded this one to Dynamics 365 for financials. And then we used to have this tier 2 and tier 3 products, which is mainly Dynamics GP, Navision, Sales, SL. So GP was Great Plains, and now it is also known as, like, we still have that in place. So we still sell them with the latest versions of it, though Navision has stopped completely in 2018, and it is rebranded to Business Central. So everything, like, our aim is to migrate everyone to this side of things. So we need to migrate. If you speak to and someone is using, let's say, CRM, you need to speak about, hey, how about moving ahead and having that conversation and have that discussion around the newer versions of Dynamics 365. So you would be having those kind of conversations with your customer.
Sorry to disturb you. One question here. So when we're gonna like call customer or like their queries, so we can see what services they have, it right?
Yes, so you guys should be able to see their background purchases.
Existing customers,
So the history of the purchase history of your customers, you guys should be able to see that, and on the basis of which you guys should be able to
talk about that.
So you need to see. Ideally, the aim for FY21 is to have a very broader discussion around helping our customers to completely migrate their business digitally. So the key sales play is going to have around digital transformation. So it would be like, if someone is using Office 365, any of the plan, let's say basic plan, so your first choice would be to migrate them from their basic plan to the enterprise plans.
The latest one,
So the latest one, so the enterprise plans. On the top of it, you should be able to give them an understanding of the benefit of having integrated with Dynamics. Okay. So as I've shown you, like, and I was giving you an example that once you start integrating Dynamics 365 with Office 365, you do not need to leave your Office 365. You get the same familiar interface which you are using from decades, right? I recall, like, from my childhood, I'm using Excel. So it's something not new for me, right? So already everything has been very much embedded between the systems that Microsoft has been evolving over the past decades. Right. So that is something that naturally you need to talk about Dynamics, and on the top of it, you should be able to have that discussion around Azure as well. So giving them a benefit of what Azure can do for you, and like keep your stuff hosted on Azure. So ideally, that is what we think that you guys should have the discussions around. Okay. So it should always be a digital transformation kind of a thing. And definitely, coming back to your question, yes, I guess you guys should be able to know the purchase history of your customers. Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
So that's pretty much will help you in shaping up your discussion with the customer. Now, okay. So now coming to my next slide, it typically talks about what was Dynamics 365 CRM. So it was earlier. It was so now it is known as Dynamics 365. So it was majorly a customer relationship management software solution that used to help organizations to manage their interactions with the customers, prospects, stakeholders, and other contacts at their organization. You can also go ahead and like have that seamless integration with your Outlook and Microsoft Office 365 and stuff like that. Now that we have rebranded CRM into Dynamics 365 in 2016, we have actually rebranded all those applications individually into sales, customer service, field service, project service, automation, and marketing. So that is there in the first slide that I've mentioned. Now coming to the GP, so GP was an enterprise resource management solution, which was typically helping organizations to manage their backend operations, such as accounting, and then you can also manage your business intelligence, warehouse management, finance management, retail and e-commerce management, inventory management, project management, service management, and so on and so forth. And then again, there has been a transition that has happened of GP to Dynamics 365 Business Central. So it's again a very comprehensive business management solution, and it's a very natural migration of people to migrate from GP to Business Central. Coming to what is AX, AX was again, as I said, it was a tier one ERP solution, majorly focusing upon the mid-size and large size enterprises. It was having a particular strength around manufacturing and distribution side of business because it was majorly, developed around that core capabilities that they wanted to fight with their competitors. So they have very prominent manufacturing and distribution modules within AX, and that is something again. It was also covering the similar sort of stuff, but in a very complex situations as well. So it used to have that inventory control, warehouse management, transportation management, demand and supply chain management, material requirement planning, and stuff like that. So now the rebranding of AX has happened in 2016 again to Dynamics 365, and then now we have started to know it as finance and operations application, which is available on cloud, on premise, and if you want to have it on hybrid deployment options, then that sort of thing is also available. Then this is a very cute little piece of Dynamics, which is Dynamics Nav, very easy to use kind of software. People loved it, and people are still using Navision. So it was majorly defined for small and medium-sized businesses, also covering your sales, purchase, operations, accounting, stock management, and stuff like that. So now the rebranding of Nav has happened to Dynamics 365 Business Central. There is a hack here. Don't actually go ahead and compare Dynamics 365 and Dynamics 365 Business Central. They are altogether two different set of products that we are talking about. So I'll definitely speak about it in due course of time. But yeah, so that migration has happened here in terms of Business Central in 2018 completely, and it's available on cloud. And now they have recently started on premise as well. So that's something that has happened in the recent past. Now coming to the new application. So what exactly Dynamics 365 now has started to do? So what do we say to our people is like Dynamics 365 is a next generation of intelligent business application that enables organizations to grow, evolve, and transform. So typically what it does, earlier if you would see, we used to sell CRM as a separate product. We used to sell ERPs as a separate product. And then within ERP, we used to have bits and pieces of CRM as well, but it was not that comprehensive that usually people would like to have. But now what we have done, we have unified the CRM and ERP experiences for the people, and so that they can go ahead and utilize the full sort of capabilities to deliver a seamless experience to our customers by managing their specific business functions of their organization. So that's something that is what we have done with the help of Dynamics 365. So we have given up on the siloed approach that we were having earlier, and now that we have come up to an extent wherein we can say to our customer, hey customer, you do not need to go ahead and utilize multiple different products. Rather than you can go ahead and have that one-stop solution for yourself. But again, when we say there is that it's a complete end-to-end solution for our customers, and it's going to be a one-stop solution, but when it comes to the licensing side of it, we have an a la carte sales motion. So that's where we slightly kind of a contradict to our statements, but it is, when it comes to a sales strategy of Dynamics 365, it quite suffices our expectations. So what happens? You can purchase these applications individually as per your need. And at the same time, if you want an end-to-end solution, you can go ahead and buy end-to-end solution for yourself. Am I clear with this? Like any doubts here?
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Okay, so you can purchase. When I say you can purchase Dynamics 365 for sales individually, you can purchase customer service individually, or if you want both together, you can buy both together. If you want all the applications together, you can go and buy all the applications together.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
I want to ask something. So
Yep.
suppose we purchase Microsoft Dynamics 365 CRM. So how many at a time? How many users can use this application?
So it's a per user sales motion. So you need to purchase for each user. Yeah. So yeah, we will come to the licensing side of thing as well. So so let's just focus on initially. Let's just focus on the features and functionalities. What are the features and functionalities that we're offering there, and then we'll cover up the licensing as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So coming to the sales one, the sales was typically defined like as the definition says, it helps you to build a strong relationships with your customers. You can take action-based insights. Based on insights, you can actually go ahead and close your sales faster. So what you can do is like the usual thing that we have been doing for years, like, to manage our leads, to manage our accounts and contacts, nurture our sales from lead to an order, create sales collaterals, create marketing list, campaigns and stuff like that. And then finally go ahead and close the sales for our organization. So that's what we have been doing for quite a long time. Then as I was giving you an experience, so once the sales, as I was giving you an example, so once the sales has been closed, it actually goes to your customer service, and your customer service from there, you can actually go ahead and define certain SLAs that you can go ahead and use this many hours of free services from us and stuff like that. And then automatically you can reach out via web, via mobile applications, or maybe via chatbots, or whatever means you would like to use it. You can use that, and from there, like, your customer service agent will be aligned, and they will start helping you with your queries. So that's something that you can do through customer service. Then you have a field service. It comes into a scenario wherein you need to deliver a service at a customer's location. So you can really go ahead and start delivering on-site services to the customer locations, and then you can have that visibility in terms of like which particular employee of mine or which particular technician is going to going to fix that issue for my customer. You can define, you have a scheduling board. From there you can actually align the schedules of your technicians. They can go and fix stuff for their customers. If there is a new installation, then that can be done. If there is a need of a billing, like if someone comes to your house and there is a charge of, let's say, $20 for an hour, and he has spent around 4 hours, it should automatically calculate that, okay, you have to pay $80, and it will also calculate the taxations and stuff like that if there is anything. And if he has utilized any inventory during, like, while he was coming, let's say, just take an example of your Mercedes car front light, and just in case if he has to change that light for you, then automatically it should start reflecting on your inventory as well, that, hey, one light has been already utilized, so now your count is this. So that's something that, with the help of field service and integration with having integration of field service with your accounting and inventory module, really do wonders for you. And then you have your marketing application. It's majorly a marketing automation application, which helps you in turning your prospects into business relationships. So you can work seamlessly with your Dynamics 365 sales. It has an inbuilt business intelligence for you. So what you can do, you can create your marketing list. You can shoot up multiple different EDMs. You can define, like, at what particular time that EDM needs to be shooted up to a specific geography and stuff like that. Then you can really know, like, how many people has opened up your email, how many of them have forwarded your email and stuff like that. And then on the basis of which, once you generate that particular lead for yourself, you will pass it on to your sales. guys, and then sales guys will do it. So ideally it starts with marketing, goes to sales, comes to customer service, comes to field service. That's how it goes. Any questions on this slide? Questions?
Not from my side. Understand.
Wonderful. That's great. Anyone else?
Understood.
Right. Moving further, then we have another set of applications. So that was majorly known as model-driven applications. These are the set of applications which comes under ERP side of things. So those were the CRM applications. These are the ERP applications. So within ERP, what you are able to do, you are able to manage your commerce, which is majorly a retail outlet. Then you can manage your finance, you can manage your human resource, you can manage your supply chain management. So these are the 4 applications you have within the finance and operation applications. So what is commerce? So commerce was formerly known as retail application. So it helps you, it actually delivers a comprehensive omni-channel solution that unifies your back office, in-store, call center, and digital experiences. So let me just simplify this for you. Imagine a case of a Walmart, okay? So Walmart, what is Walmart? Walmart have their warehouse, Walmart have their retail outlets, Walmart have their online websites as well. From there, you can go ahead and place an order and stuff like that. And then you have your point of sales machines where you actually pick some items. The guy standing on the counter will scan the items you have purchased. It will automatically generate a bill. So once it generates a bill, what happens? It automatically hits the amount that he has taken from you into their account. So into their accounting team, it will put that, hey, this is what the revenue that I've got out of this. Then at the same time, it will also hit the thing in the inventory as well, because the inventory is now been reduced. So automatically they need to decide, hey, this many item I've sold today. So automatically I need to have that ability to sell that similar item tomorrow as well. So I need to place an order again to my vendor so that he can come and deliver to me. So all of those stuff you can manage through retail. So managing your inventory, managing your warehouse, managing your and on the top of it, you have some offers. If you go to Walmart, you see that there are certain level of discounts that they offer, buy one get one, or like you get 20% discount on something or something like that. So all of those you can manage through this particular application. You can define, you can have your loyalty programs running in this particular application, so that you can manage the loyalty of your customers, that how often they come, and like you can start offering them and some additional discounts and stuff like that. So those kind of a thing can be managed through Dynamics 365 Commerce application. Then it comes to finance. So finance is more of the application which helps you in automating and modernizing your global financial operations, majorly managing your profit and loss, managing your balance sheet, start of accounts, managing your daily journals, managing your ledgers and stuff like that. So all those are the financial terms that essentially you need to know. But yeah, you can say, hey, we have a very comprehensive finance module available within our solution. You can have it, you can actually connect with our partner and take a look at it and something like that. So you can actually go ahead and speak around a little bit of what type of modernizations that we are bringing around finance applications as well. Then coming to human resources, majorly, it was earlier known as Dynamics 365 Talent. I don't know why Microsoft keeps changing the names again and again, but yeah. So now that it's known as human resource, it's pretty known to all of us. It helps in managing your record keeping task of a human resource guys. Through this, you can do a benefits administration. Through this, you can manage the trainings that you guys, that let's say we are providing to you. So it can be managed that how many trainings that you guys have consumed so far, and on the basis of which we can do the performance reviews, we can do the change management and stuff like that. So within human resources, there is no payroll system available here out of the box, but yeah, there are quite a lot of stuff which our partners are selling on the top of Dynamics 365. So that should not be a problem. So you can have that payroll kind of stuff coming up through our partner. Now coming to the supply chain management applications. The supply chain management application is majorly an application through which you can have an ability to do the planning of what type of production that you are going to do, how much inventory you would like to have and stuff like that. Then you can manage your warehouse, you can manage your transportation and stuff, and then you can have you would also have an ability to utilize artificial intelligence and Internet of Things across all of these modules. So as I was giving you an example, and like while we were watching that particular video, it was mentioning that a specific technician was there sitting in front of a machine, and she was collaborating with someone sitting in the office, and she was guiding her to really go ahead and fix up that particular machine for them. So that's something that that's how the IoT piece of thing comes into a picture when it comes to Dynamics 365. So what essentially you're doing, by doing this, you are modernizing your warehouse, you're optimizing your production performance, you're maximizing the life of your assets, and automate and streamline your supply chain. So that's something that you're doing. So again, this application comes individually as well. So if someone wants to buy an individual application, they can buy individually. If they want to buy all applications together, they can go ahead and buy all the applications together. Now, there is another piece of Dynamics 365, which is known as Business Central. So this is a lighter version of all the applications that we have discussed so far. So it is a lighter application, which is designed for small and medium-sized organization, which helps organization to streamline their business processes and help manage their business. So it covers your finance, manufacturing, sales, shipping, project management services, all under one umbrella. Okay, so it comes as one single solution. So here, if you buy Business Central, you are buying all applications together, but these applications are the lighter version of Dynamics 365 applications. So Dynamics 365 applications are typically utilized by the organizations who have a very complex business processes. But Business Central are been utilized by those organizations who have a pretty much straightforward approach toward their business. So they know what they know their stuff, they know what they need to do. They do not have much of the complexity around their business, and they simply go ahead and start utilizing this particular application. Any question in understanding the difference of Dynamics 365 as an applications or Business Central?
I think it's pretty much simple what exactly the name says. No question, Mike.
Perfect. Got it. So pretty good to know that you have less questions. All right. So
maybe later.
Yeah.
Once we start selling.
Yeah. Typically it happens then, but I love when people ask questions beforehand, so that they have less questions while they're selling. So coming to the next slide, this one I've actually got it from Google, so it's not a Microsoft official kind of stuff shared here, but it is something which really helps you in understanding how typically an organization works in an environment, like what are those key things that they do when it comes to a typical business, and where this particular solution actually fits in. So this is something, just assume that there is a business, this is your business. What will happen? You would definitely have your customers to whom you would be selling your stuff. Then definitely you would be having your own suppliers from which you are buying stuff. Okay, so there are two different set of people that you would definitely, each organizations actually go ahead and interact. Even if they are the manufacturers, definitely they require a raw materials, or else if you are a distributor or trader kind of an organization wherein you are buying stuff from one organization and then keeping a margin for yourself and then sharing or then reselling that stuff to your customer, then also this particular diagram fits into the requirement. So what I would like to really highlight in this is just for us to really understand what's typically the sales cycle. So what's typically the sales cycle? So start with customers. So let's say, assuming that you have received, let's say you have done a marketing for your products, you have generated a lead, your sales guys has reached out to them, have qualified the lead, generated an opportunity and stuff like that. And now that your customer is okay and saying that, hey, why don't you send me a quotation of the product that you're selling to me? So you will send a quotation, so which is what you will call it as a sales quotation. Then on the basis of which customer will go ahead and review your quotation. He will come back to you saying that, hey, you know what, can you provide me more discount? Can you change this product to this one or something like that? Can you change the payment terms and stuff like that, right? So you will do those kind of an amendments. Once that's done, you will receive the sales order. Okay, you will, basis of the sales order, you would do the shipment. Okay, coming to the third point, you will do the shipment. So once you do the shipment, so within that, once you do the shipment, you will send a customer invoice saying that, hey, I've sent you the product that you have requested. Here is the amount that you need to pay to us. Basis of invoice, the customer will make a payment for you. And then you will record that particular payment in account receivables. Okay, so this is where your accounting piece comes into a picture. This was totally coming, this was your sales module. Shipping was coming under your warehouse management, inventory module. And then this is again coming under your finance module. Customer invoice and payment is coming under your finance module, and from here finance takes over, right? So finance will work here. Let
then
me
is
just
next
see.
field.
Yeah, can you see the laser pointer? Yeah. So then it comes to here, and on the other side, if you see, this covers one cycle. Now coming to the next cycle. Next cycle is about, you require some materials from your supplier. So what will happen? You will request for a quotation. Similarly, here you were requesting for you're sending a sales quotation. Here you will ask your supplier to send you a sales quotation to you, right? Then on the basis of which you will send them a purchase order saying that, hey, I'm okay with the payment terms and stuff like that. Send me the raw material or send me the material. Then they will send you a material, and that's what we call it as a material receipt. So you have received the material. That's the reason you're calling it as a material receipt. Then supplier will similarly send you an invoice saying that, hey, send me a payment against the material I have sent to you. You will make a payment, and here you will manage it in account payable. Here you were receiving payment. That's why you were calling it as account receivable. Here you are paying to your supplier. That's why you're calling it as an account payable. And all of this is managed under one umbrella,
ledger,
which is general ledger. So with general ledger, any amount that you receive, any amount you pay, all comes under general ledger, on the basis of which you can do your profit and loss analysis. You can manage your balance sheets. You can have your cash flow management. You can have your performance measurement and stuff like that, accounting performance management and stuff like that. So all of those key relevant details around accounting can be managed here. Okay, so that something is here. So this is a typical distribution business. So typically, if you talk about any distribution business will work like this. Okay. On the top of it, if you want to have some sort of intelligent business systems, as soon as you receive a sales order, it will go to your planning as well, saying that, hey, you know what, my customer has asked me to send 100 units of this particular item. Please consider this while you plan for production for coming few days. So that's where the planning comes into a picture. Planning is the brain of an ERP solution, so which is usually known as material requirement planning. So how much material would I require in order to generate in order to generate the given amount of finished good for myself and to suffice the requirement of my customer. Also, it also takes into consideration of the sales forecast as well. So on the basis of when you know that each month in month of October, I sell this specific item to like I know that this item has a huge demand. So on the basis of which I'll also keep that into consideration while I'll be doing the planning. Okay. Then I'll also keep consideration on the materials and the sources and the prices and the contracts that I have with my suppliers. And I'll also keep consideration of my customers, the products and the pricing and every stuff. So I'll keep considering every aspect of things here. So imagine a case when you know that, in order to create, let's say, in order to create or manufacture a car, you require tires, you require doors, you require steering wheels, lamps and stuff like that, a whole lot of stuff. And when you know, then when you need to create 100 cars, you would require approximately 400 tires, right? 400 tires to manufacture that. You will see your inventory, you will see, hey, right now I have 250 available units. You will start your production. You parallelly will, what you will do, you will order additional 150 tires to your supplier, right? And then you will also keep that in mind, that how much lead time your supplier requires. So let's say you place an order today, supplier will typically take 8 days for me to deliver that particular product. So we'll consider those aspects, and on a basis of which only you would be doing the planning of your production. That after 8 days, I will be receiving remaining 150 tires. For now, I need to consume 250 tires in coming 8 days. And for next production batch, I need to keep that in mind, that before that production starts, I need to have that 150 tires in my organization. So that's something you need to keep in consideration. And if you, at the same time, so there are a lot of different concepts here. So if you overburden your inventory, that is again a loss for you, because you're consuming a space of your organization, right? And there would be a chance of materials getting expired. So if a material get expired, right, it is again a kind of a loss for you. So you need to manage your inventory very smartly, and that's the reason organization typically requires ERP solution, right? They need to have that solution through which they can manage a complete business cycle of their business, right? So considering MRP, then you have your production order, you basis of which you give a production order, then you execute the production. In order to execute a production, you will issue a material from inventory, and once you execute that production, you will send it back to your inventory, and then again you will do the shipment. Here, this is the little box. Do you guys understand what is bill of materials and routing? Do you guys understand that? Any insights here? Marshall, I think you're quite silent today. Are you feeling okay? Have you taken your coffee or stuff? Do we have him here?
I think he just put it on mute. He just listened.
Marshall, are you speaking on mute? Simra, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so anything? Are you feeling good? Like you need a coffee break or something?
No,
or it's
I'm over.
overburden. Okay,
it's good actually. You're explaining very well, Mike.
Yeah. So now what I'm trying to say, it's like understand why someone needs ERP. Someone needs ERP because they need to manage their customer, they need to manage their suppliers, they need to manage, and all of these aspects. Yeah, obviously inventory and stuff like that. Coming to bill of materials and routing, it is again a very essential part of an ERP solution. Most of your customers, like if you have that technical discussion around ERP solution with your customer, someone might say, hey, how do you manage sales quotation? Someone might ask you, hey, how do you manage your inventory? What all you have in your like purchase module and stuff like that. That's the reason I'm actually mentioning this to you guys, so that you can actually shape up your questions around it. And you can also ask your customer, hey, what's the typical process you follow in order to send a sales quotation? What's the process out there? Or how do you plan for your production? Do you do planning? Do you have any planning module there through which you are considering the sales forecast, you're considering the sales orders that you're receiving, considering the lead times your suppliers takes to send you the materials and stuff like that. So you need to be proactive and start asking those questions to your customer so that they can
asking
start
what
opening up.
softwares are they using, right? What software are they using and all.
Yeah, what they are using, what they need to
How
do further,
how efficient they are,
Absolutely. So that's something that, once you start having those conversation with your customer, definitely they'll start opening up to you, and that's where it becomes a very fair amount of chances for you to generate an opportunity out of it. So just make sure that you utilize this. So coming back to what bill of materials and routing. So bill of materials and routing are coming to let's say my car manufacturing example, or let's say if I take for this one, I take an example of cake. Okay, so if you want to create make a cake, what would you do? So you will create one bill of material in which you will define that what all raw materials you require to create a cake. So you require milk, you require like flour or something like that, and then you require some essence and stuff, sugar, essence and stuff like that, butter and stuff like that. So I'm not good at cooking, so spare with me on that one. So so bill of materials is where you actually define what all stuff you would require to create that particular, to make that cake. Okay, and on the top of it, you will also consider that you you will also consider that the microwave oven effort that will be put in there. You will also keep in consideration that how many workforce is there to suffice to create that particular cake, and then also you would require to know that what's the price that I'm putting in order to create that particular cake and stuff like that. So that is all is covered into bill of materials. And then routing is something where you define the steps. So you will define that first of all you will boil the milk, then you will put I don't know the procedure, so just bear with me on that. Yeah,
you're saying we're gonna manually enter that particular steps, and then automatically again and again that will repeat when we need that particular material.
Yeah, so it's a one-time effort, like it typically done when you are doing an implementation of ERP solution. So what an implementation consultant's job is. So if you were to know what implementation consultants does, they actually go ahead and have a conversation with all the managers or all the people in an organization. They ask their day-to-day tasks, what they do typically, right? So if I go to, let's say, production guy, I will ask, hey, how do you plan your production? And on a basis of which I'll try to map all of those requirements into my solution. Okay, so that's the job of it.
Field service people or what?
No, those are the implementation consultants. So I'm talking about the Microsoft strategy. Okay, so Microsoft does. So once you sell this, it goes to your partner. Your partner actually goes ahead and then they do the discovery. They try to understand their business plan, their business processes that they follow. Once they understand that, on the basis of which they go ahead and start implementing that for them. They try to replicate their existing business processes into our solution and also offer some advanced level of changes that they can make to optimize their operations which they are performing today. Okay, so that's the process. So coming to the routing side of things, so routing, you define it once that whenever you want to create a cake, you need to, and if you're creating a cake of let's say of a specific amount, you need to follow this particular spec. So you need to follow this particular steps to create this or to bake this particular cake, right? And then on the basis of which every time when any technician or a worker comes in, because you are a chef, you know what needs to be done, but what about if you delegate your work to some worker who does not know? So he should be able to go and see what I need to do, right? So he'll just simply follow the steps and keep on updating to you that, hey, I've done this, and this is where my cake is ready. Another cute little example for this is, have you seen like a pizza delivery from Pizza Hut? Like if you place an order, they give you a timeline that you have placed an order. Your your pizza is currently baking. It is currently like been shipped now. It's in transit and stuff like that. So it's a steps, right? So it's a steps that they have actually given you the routing kind of steps that you need to follow, and then you can expect that this would be an outcome for me in due course of time. So something of that manner is actually a routing. So this is typically a complete business processes. Any questions on this one, like before we go ahead, and we'll take a short break of around 5-10 minutes?
I'm all good. Ask the other people.
I would like to have a lunch time around 1:30 because I'm working from office.
Okay, you're working from office around 1:30. That means
After half an hour.
so you're based out in India.
Yeah, Delhi.
Okay, so you would how much time would you require for lunch?
Minimum 15 to 20 minutes, fine for me.
Can we take a little bit early? Like you can take it right now, and then maybe you can come back. Will that work for you?
Okay, sure, no problem.
Okay, so let's take a quick break of around. Let's take 25 minutes for you. We'll come back at 4 Singapore time.
Okay.
Will that work for everyone?
Yeah.
No worries, man. Continue whenever you want. Friday here.
Okay. Okay. So we'll circle back again at 4 Singapore time. So
And how long the training will continue? Like another 2-3 hours or what?
So ideally, I was aiming to finish it by today itself, but with the pace, I don't think so. We would be able to do it by today. So
like
we'll do
how long? I mean, like, and you're in Singapore, right? Or Malaysia, right?
Yeah, I'm in Malaysia. Yeah.
Right, Malaysia. So how long are we gonna take? Another 4 hours, 2 hours? Because New Zealand already 8:35 p.m.
Yeah, I know that. I know that part. So what will? So I guess your schedule was defined for, I guess, 12 to 5 Singapore time. So we'll stick to it.
I think my schedule was 8 to 5 to New Zealand time, but I'm just doing for my understanding.
Okay.
So it's okay. We can continue as long as you guys go. I'll sit as long as I can.
Okay, never mind. So let's connect in another 25 minutes. We will have another session of 1 hour, and we will connect back again tomorrow then.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Okay. Are we working on Saturdays?
No, sorry. We are not working on Saturdays. We'll connect back on Monday then. Sorry.
Sweet. All right. All right. Even if you want another hour or so, you can go, Sima. Just gonna talk normal, not anything else.
Okay.
You
fine.
can get your lunch.
Yeah. Okay. Bye bye.
Right. So
yeah.
not Marshall. I mean Surya, not Surya.
Yes.
Shiva is. I'm so bad, man. I'm so bad for like. All right. So I'm just gonna say. So how long you